Very good morning, students. Welcome to online learning program of Alchemy School. Students, we are learning science biology of class 9, chapter number 5, the fundamental unit of life, that is cell. In our last class, we have seen that the process of diffusion in solids, liquids and gas, where I have given you a homework to write down the definition of diffusion and write some examples of diffusion in solid, liquid and gas which is happening in your day-to-day life. Students, today we will see that how diffusion is taking place in your body inside the each and every cell. So today we will see that I have already made a cell for you in which I have told that plasma membrane is performing a two very important functions, that is diffusion and osmosis. So what happens, students? Each and every cell of your body is performing this function of diffusion. If you are breathing in, you are taking lot of oxygen. The oxygen goes into the lungs, and from the lungs it goes to your heart, and from the heart that oxygen enters into the blood, and blood is circulating in the whole body from head to toe. So with the help of blood, the oxygen will reach to each and every cell. Due to this blood, the oxygen will reach to each and every cell. For example, if the blood is circulating in this area, so each and every cell which is coming in between these cells will get the oxygen from the blood, because the blood is rich in oxygen. It is oxygenated blood. But how the cell is going to take the oxygen from the blood? This process is happening by the help of diffusion. For example, the blood has reached to this cell. Now, the concentration of oxygen right now is higher inside the cell, or the concentration of oxygen is higher outside the cell in the blood at present? Definitely, we have just breathed in and the oxygen entered into the lungs. From the lungs, oxygen will go into the heart. From the heart, oxygen will enter into the blood. And when the blood will circulate to each and every cell, then the concentration of oxygen is higher outside the cell, in the outer medium, in the blood. And the concentration of oxygen is less at present inside the cell. So what will happen? The oxygen will move from higher concentration to low concentration. In this way, the oxygen will enter inside the cell by the process of diffusion. So the oxygen will diffuse from the outer medium, from the blood, inside the cell. Right? And when the oxygen will enter inside, this particular oxygen will be utilized inside the cell for doing the biological functions, for doing different type of reactions inside the cell. After doing the biological functions and different type of reactions, the complete oxygen which has been entered just now, which has been diffused inside the cell just now, that oxygen will be completely utilized, and the oxygen will be finished. So the concentration of oxygen will again decrease inside, because that oxygen is utilized, and now carbon dioxide is produced inside the cell, because the complete oxygen is used in a different type of reactions and the biological functions inside the cell. And after utilizing that oxygen, after utilizing the complete oxygen, the carbon dioxide will be the new gas which will be formed inside the cell as a product. Now inside the cell, the concentration of carbon dioxide will increase. Students, please be careful and listen carefully. The oxygen which is entered inside, utilized in the different biological reactions, and the carbon dioxide is formed after utilizing the oxygen, and now the cell is having the higher concentration of carbon dioxide. So the movement of the carbon dioxide will happen from the higher concentration to the lower concentration. So higher concentration is inside the cell and lower concentration of carbon dioxide is outside the cell. So carbon dioxide will move out of the cell from higher concentration to lower concentration. And the path or the process by which the oxygen entered into your cell, with the same path, the carbon dioxide will return back to the lungs and will go out of your nose. So that's why both the gases are entering, and when we are inhaling, oxygen is entering. When we are exhaling, carbon dioxide is going out of the body by the process of diffusion. So these two processes are happening together. The exchange of gases inside the cell is happening together with the process of diffusion. When the concentration of oxygen is higher outside, then this particular oxygen will diffuse inside, and at the same time the carbon dioxide which was excess inside the cell, that will diffuse outside. So this process will go together. Diffusing inside the oxygen and exhaling out the carbon dioxide will happen together by the process of diffusion, according to the higher and lower concentration. So in this way, the diffusion is happening in the cell, and we are able to breathe in the oxygen and we are able to exhale the carbon dioxide. So now in the next class, we will learn the process of osmosis, that how it is happening inside a cell, how it is happening in different products, and how the osmosis is utilized by the different living organisms for doing the special functions. Till then, you will write the process of diffusion and you will give the detailed description of exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide inside the human cell. Till then, thank you and stay safe and stay at home.